Ah, that royalty-free music. Gotta love it.
We're gonna fix it eventually.
That's your fault. That's your fault.
It is my fault. I'll fix it before Jack gets on here.
That's your job. So hey everybody. Oh wait, hey look, we got people coming in. But yeah, it'll come up like normal. People start populating. It's how it always happens. But thank you guys for joining us. I know everybody likes to watch this. Do you guys realize how many views this podcast gets after we go live? Like after we end it, within the next day, hundreds of views.
I think that's great though.
So
did you put everybody's links in the description?
No, because I do it afterwards.
Oh, you do it afterwards?
Yeah, because what do you call it? StreamYard doesn't like to let me do that.
Oh, so yeah, that's right. Because it's
I have to edit it afterwards. But don't worry, you guys. Your links will be there. Hey, everybody. Hey, John. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Remy. Everybody. So, people are starting to pile in. Thank you guys so much. Let us go over here. Thank you. So, if you guys can't tell, we are a little low on people here. So, Gabe, Punisher 305, Miami Geeks, he's got issues. He's got plenty of issues. So hopefully he'll
That's
be.
That's a crazy thing to say about somebody.
He's got issues with work.
That's better.
Okay, that's better. And our guest, Jakejames Lugo, for those of you who don't know who he is, used to work with me in the channel and Red Bandana Gaming on our website. He was a contributor. Now he contributes. He writes for Clownfish TV. He also has his own channel. He's going to slide in here in a little bit after he picks up his Star Wars Jedi Survivor. He decided to pick the game up instead of joining us first. But with that being said, Josie's back. We got Nick here.
Yo.
So,
what's going on, everybody?
How you guys doing tonight?
So good. I just streamed Advance Wars actually before this.
All that.
Yeah. Decent game. I had a good time. I sounded really frustrated on stream, but that's because I was dealing with some interesting comments. So I was having a good time overall.
I feel so bad for you. But you got this. You got this.
That's fine. I'm good.
Yeah, I actually picked that game up myself. I got it. I did an out of nowhere stream at like 1 a.m. for like 30 minutes. And I was like, no, I'm going to bed.
A 30-minute stream? That's crazy.
It might have been an hour. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Was
this last night?
No, this was a few days back, the day before it came out.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was the night that I said, hey, do you want to get on? And you're like, no, I'm going to fiddle with myself or something. I don't know what you said you were going to do.
Nothing new.
So what's everybody playing? Josie said she was playing Advance Wars.
Yeah, currently Advance Wars. I finished Metroid Fusion recently-ish.
Nice.
And
what'd you think about it?
Loved it. Thought it was really good. It's my favorite.
You have a video on it. I'm gonna have to check it out.
I do have a video on it.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah,
I'm backed up on both you guys' videos.
Yeah.
So don't blame me. I do watch them.
Yeah,
I like them both.
You're all good.
But
and then I got a little bit more into Breath of the Wild just to like kind of remember how it played before I jump into Tears of the Kingdom and to get me a little bit hyped up. Yeah.
Sweet. Nick?
I've been playing this game called Maneater. It was like on sale on Steam for $20.
Yeah, with a great white shark.
Dude, it's awesome. Well, correction, it's a bull shark.
Correct.
But it looks just like a great white shark, right?
You can get skins to have a great white.
I can't wait, dude. I'm still like in the Bayou area, and it's so much freaking fun. I'm having a blast with it. It's a super chill game. It's something that I could play at night. And, my obsession continues with Splatoon 3.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I saw that
game.
I've been switching I switched to the touch redulies because of the dodge mechanics, which is like, that's the competitive weapon that you want to use.
Yeah.
But I'm still,
yeah.
And, I'm still working on getting that. I dropped like a 17 or 18 kill game on with the Gatling, and I think it was, I forgot which ranked where you got to splat the zone. I just hang out with the
splat zones.
I love splat zone. It's fun, and of course,
why I stopped playing that game.
She missing out. I'm almost level 30 finally, and then plus, finally streaming Call of Duty on my TikTok in the mornings. My Call of Duty morning quick COD.
Call of mornings.
Call of mornings. Yeah, I had a weird because Josie had a weirdo, and I guess some dealing with weirdos on her stream. I had some TikTok is pretty tame, but I had some weirdo. It was funny. saying you should be paying your viewers and chat and blah blah blah. And there's a couple people that hang out regularly, and they were just ripping on this guy. Finally, I had a new follower. He's like, "Can you just block him?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna do that right now." So,
it's funny we were talking about that because people, yeah,
played some of Splatoon 2, but not as much as 3. 3's amazing. I need to download the DLC when it's ready.
So, yes. Hey, Cody. Hey, Graham. How you guys doing? Thank you for being here.
And, that's my mod.
I just realized I haven't told you what I'm playing. I forgot. I have to do that too. Breath of the Wild. I'm finishing it. I had it day one, never finished it. Decided to start back from where I left off about a month ago. And I'm just trying to beat it. I went from having no Divine Beast to now I'm just doing the last one. Right before I do the last Divine Beast, I'm just knocking out every shrine that I can knock out.
And you're collecting all 100 or 200 Kokiri seeds, right?
Only at about 20 something right now. I think.
Are you actually trying to collect all of them?
I just happen to find them.
Okay.
I'm not going out of my ways, but I know what to look for now.
Yeah.
Certain things, like you shoot certain things, you pick up certain rocks, the little things with the apples, you just kind of know, and then climb up to the highest point. There's something there. Yeah. It's like I'm just happening to do it. But I like the fact that I actually am, that it expands your inventory. That's the only thing. But I did the Master Sword quest, so I got my Master Sword. You have to in that game. Yeah, I realized I was like, wait, I have 11 hearts. What am I doing? And then I started doing more shrines and let me go get the Master Sword. And yeah. So, but that's all I've been playing. Literally, I stopped with GTA. I stopped with everything else. Oh, I played a little bit of Dead Island because I was streaming it early. Dead Island 2. It's really good. It's actually really good.
Did you do a video, a review video on that yet? Or
I did a review, and I did 2 live streams, but I had to remove the live streams. I had to remove the live streams because of copyright, and there was not that I didn't get a strike or a claim. It's just there was a the embargo, and I was defying the embargo. So if if I streamed it and then took it down afterwards, I don't get hit. So, thanks, Graham. Appreciate that. So you said Graham is now your admin?
Graham is my mod. He's been my mod for since I had 100 subscribers. He's a beast.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. He gets to deal with all the fun stuff in my chat. So
I feel for you guys. I've seen it before, and I remember the night I was at the gym, and that was the night I think I reached out to you and said, "Hey, do you want to be on it?" And then I just saw some of the people, and I'm like, "Really? Just let the girl play Metroid."
No shame, dude. It's like I don't get it. And you know what it is?
It's mostly most of it is it's they're like, "Oh, you're so young," or like whatever, and it's like not that big of a deal. But sometimes they get a little wild with it. But like, "You're so young, you're so female," and I'm like, "Thanks, guys. It's really good."
Those are good things.
Yeah. Enjoy it. It's not going to last forever. Trust me.
Yeah,
female. Yeah, because I'm gonna.
No,
I'm saying young.
So who knows? But no, it's you're good. You got plenty of time. You got a lot of games to still play. You got a backlog of decades worth of good stuff to play.
Well, the thing that's weird is that I am doing that. So it's like I'm doing exactly that. I'm getting through the backlog, but people just don't think it's enough. And I was like, all right, whatever.
No one's ever going to be satisfied.
You only have so much time.
Are you going to get into all the Nintendo 64 stuff, like Super Mario 64, maybe Pilot Wings, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, those games?
Yeah, I plan on it. The thing with the 64 is that those games are like probably the hardest for me to go back to because I grew up with like really, really good 3D games, right? Like
I expected the Wii generation. You to say that.
It's like I think it's pretty peak. Like Super Mario Galaxy grew up with that game. So like taking that and then going back to 64 is really hard. I've never actually finished that game. I've watched tons of playthroughs and speed runs of it, but I've never finished it.
I have no problem going back to those games at all because I grew up on them. But
it's
just
exactly
a generation.
It's
a generational gap thing. That's all.
Well, it's like I love going back to Wii Sports, and I'll play that for hours, and it's like it's such a kind of pointless game, but it's just like nostalgia, and so I think that's what a lot of it is with the N64 for like other people that just our different generation. I want to try them out. I just got to get over that hurdle and not expect it to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't blame you. The 64/PS1,
Oh,
64 was a rough era because it was the first 3D, so controls were weird.
Yeah,
Graphics
exactly.
were
The
weird.
camera bothers me so much.
Gameplay was weird. So it's understandable. I remember the first time I played Mario 64, I was at a Walmart and they had just set up the kiosk. The 64 wasn't out yet. And I didn't know how to hold the controller. I'm like, what's this? I'm using the stick and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on?
You're holding it like RGT.
Yeah. Oh my
God. Did you, how the hell, like, I'm like, I was like, is he doing this as a joke? Is he holding this as a joke or what?
His editor came in and said, what are you doing? I was like,
he's proving to everyone that he's not a Nintendo YouTuber. That's what it is.
Oh, it's so funny.
I just went, when he did that, I'm just like, oh my God, how are you holding it?
I was like, this is blasphemy. I'm like, this is absolute blasphemy.
When his editor came in and interjected there, I was like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Because don't be a weirdo.
I didn't even notice it until the editor said something.
I noticed it freaking immediately.
Right away. I'm like, wait.
I'm like, what? Wait a minute. I almost had to pause.
I was like, that's wrong. What are you doing?
It's pretty funny, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, but I don't blame you. The Nintendo 64 is a rough era. So PS1 was not as bad. Once
play Silent Hill on PS1, it's rough.
Well, once they implemented DualShock controls, it got a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still that transition era where a lot of companies didn't know what to do with that 3D camera.
Yeah, like my cousins had a PS1 and we played that a lot. And so I sort of also have nostalgia for it. So I can deal with PS1 games a lot better than N64, honestly. But I didn't really play like any of the classics. I played Twisted Metal because me and my cousin would play it together. And then I played
Twisted Metal 2.
We're going to talk about that tonight, by the way. The
show that's coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're going to talk about that, but continue.
And then the only other game I played on that was NBA Jam, like 1995 or something. It's such a good game. You can like push each other and then like grab the ball and like dunk. It's such a good game.
Especially when you're on fire and you do.
Yeah.
He's on fire.
That
was a great game.
I used to own there was a spin-off of it that not too many people know, and that was my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
College Slam on the Super Nintendo.
It
was the college version of NBA Jam.
Okay.
So, and that's the one I had on the Super Nintendo because I got it at Walmart or something. I used to get all my games at Walmart as a kid. Or did I get this at Babbage's? I can't remember.
It was Toys R Us for me, dude.
It was like $5 or $10. I would get clearance games at Walmart, Babbage's. Toys R Us didn't always have them on sale like that. But my mom would go to Walmart because we'd get the normal stuff at Walmart back in the day. And they used to have these big plastic bins that they would put the clearance Super Nintendo games in. I got Beavis and Butthead. I got Balls 3D. I got all kinds of games back in the day. A lot of crap games, but you didn't know. You just went, oh, this looks cool. $8. I got Beavis and Butthead for $8.
That's cool.
There's a lot of really bad, just regular Nintendo games out there.
Oh yeah,
I had a lot of them, and I would play them as a kid, and be frustrated not knowing that hey, you're playing a really bad game.
Yeah,
there were so many bad games like Ghostbusters, The Blob. What was other ones? Like I remember those
X-Men. X-Men was terrible.
There was a Jason game that was just like
Friday the 13th. Yep.
Yeah, Friday the 13th was so hard.
I have that.
It was kind of scary to play as a kid because you know he'd come into the room and stuff. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I don't even know how to play this game. And so there were some pretty bad ones. Super Mario always kept things alive.
Yeah.
Skate or Die was always good. Excite Bike was a lot of fun. Like
Excite Bike's really good.
Turtles arcade game.
Turtles 2, Manhattan Project was good.
Because Turtles 1 is a whole nother beast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I want to play Battletoads really bad.
Okay. What? Okay. So
Turbo Tunnels.
Yeah, that turbo tunnel. There's a very specific. I think there's. Correct me if I'm wrong. Red Bandana. Isn't there like a special way at one point, like halfway through the tunnel, where like you have to kind of like glitch it to get past it? I rented that game from Blockbuster so much as a kid.
I couldn't get past the turbo tunnels. Couldn't.
I could
never got
barely get past the turbo tunnels, and then after the turbo tunnels, you would have to go down and
Yep. I've seen
and
it,
knock
but I've
those
never done
birds off.
Mhm.
I could not believe it. There's somebody out there that speed runs the game, doesn't get hit
Yes.
once, does the turbo tunnel perfectly, does
That's
the
where I saw
underwater
it.
thing. And I'm like, I'm just watching this guy go through it. He's making it look so easy. Josie, you know what? Go stream it. Stream Battletoads. I will be the first one in there to watch you play it. I want to see how far you get. It's a fun game. It looks great, but
Yeah,
you're in
Josie,
for a treat.
Oh, it's
Superman 64. I did a
No.
video on this years ago.
Isn't that like one of the worst games of all time?
It's the worst
Yes.
game.
No, there are other ones. Carmageddon 64 is pretty bad.
I would say
Castlevania
that's
is
Carmageddon
pretty
64 is actually playable-ish, though. I mean, Superman, all you're doing,
This is just a flying simulator, right? You just like
yeah, essentially, yeah.
yeah. Looks pretty
Well,
garbo.
It
It's-
is. Like,
It's so
yo,
bad.
oh yeah. That was one of my early videos, like within the first few months of the channel.
Hmm.
And it actually got views where people were just laughing. They were laughing at me. They were just like, ha ha, you're in pain. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Contra is
that
a
was-
legit game, though. The Contras, I remember my brother and I playing. My brother was usually really good at that. Playing Contra with 2 players, though, that's a rough one.
Contra is easy compared to Battletoads. I bought the Contra like collection on Switch and I tried to play it on stream for like the end of stream and I was fuming. Like I don't think my chat or anyone has ever seen me that mad at because I was like, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? This doesn't make any sense. And
So
Well,
I'm going to give you guys a little story about Contra. And I didn't believe it. My wife was like, she used to play video games when she was a kid. She had a Nintendo forever because, that's all she had. So she would beat the living crap out of whatever they had. And she beat she beat Contra over and over. And I'm like, I don't believe it. She's like, I've done it without dying. I'm like, I don't believe it. She's like, yes. Yeah. So she got so upset that I didn't believe her because I was like, I've never met anybody that did. And she's like, oh yeah, I beat it all the time. I was like, without the code? She's like, yeah. I was like, and then one day she asked her sister and her sister went, oh yeah, she did. I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, now my wife will play Contra. Like there's no tomorrow. She at NES games, she is a beast. And I just went, okay. So
trying to think.
but
of
yeah,
other
that is
ones that are good. Total Recall was kind of interesting.
well,
but I never
there's your good one.
Daikatana, yeah.
Yeah, garbage.
Oh,
What a
God.
garbage game.
There are some bad ones on there for sure.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of bad games. I have 200 some odd 64 games. Let me see how many do I have.
It's a
I was
lot of
trying to
moolah.
complete the whole US North American
You're nuts.
collection.
I'm looking at my repellent right now, and I got Diddy Kong Racing, which is great. I got the Japanese version.
That's
of
the
that.
best game on the N64.
I got that for Christmas one year. That and Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. I got those 2 for Christmas. And
I've
People
played
are
that
just
in
not out.
Wave Race kind of a lot from the N64.
I
and
love Wave Race. My
Yeah.
friends won't play me in Wave Race because I dominate in that game.
I'll play you
Right.
on Switch.
Yeah,
Online.
yeah, it's on Switch Online.
We gotta get together and do a Switch Online stream. Can we do up to 4 players on Wave
Yeah.
Race?
Yeah.
Really? Oh
Dude,
man,
tell you,
prepare
I'll
to
play
meet your
Wave-
dooms.
Wave
Prepare
Race,
to meet your
guys.
dooms.
I've only played it like twice in my entire life. So
Like
yeah.
like Ninja Turtles, like he's just the king at Mario Kart 64. So I just get rocked in that. And I'll sit there and I'll play it with him, but he doesn't want to do battles. I'm like, dude, let's do some battle arenas. He's like, no, I'm only doing races because he knows that he'll lose if I play him in the battle. But he won't even bother playing Wave Race 64.
so
He just shuts it down immediately.
I have 165 North American N64 games.
That's wild, dude.
I have
That's
Japanese
crazy.
inbox, and I know I have probably about 40 or 50 Japanese N64. That's the system that I love to collect for. That's the one I have
Yeah.
the most nostalgia for.
They keep raising they increase in value every year.
Yeah.
Are you
Oh,
selling those? I thought you said that you were selling some of your collection. No.
Yeah, I've sold almost all my physical Xbox. I sold about 2/3 of my PS2. I sold half of my PS3
Damn.
and half of my PS4. And then when my Polymega comes in, and I'll install all my Genesis, Sega CD, Sega Saturn on there. I'm
Mhm.
going to sell all those as well. So
Damn.
yeah,
Pulling on RGT.
well, no, because I'm keeping all my Nintendo stuff
Okay.
because the other stuff I just don't have the nostalgia for.
Mm,
So
get it.
in my video, I was like, if I don't have nostalgia for it, or if it doesn't mean anything, I'm tired of just buying just to buy, just to have sit and collect dust. I'm just tired of it.
Mm.
So I'm over it. But my Nintendo, the only thing I still really actively buy for these days is the Switch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
and then
same.
I'll buy a PS5 game here and there. And if I'm playing on Xbox, it's on Game Pass once in a blue moon.
Mm.
So yeah.
Speaking of PS5, Jedi Survivor.
But wait,
Oh.
did you get one yet?
PS5
Or are you still
now.
waiting till you go home?
No. Well, I'm not waiting till I go home, but I just haven't like amassed the funds yet.
Okay. Yeah, we can talk about that. I was waiting. I thought Jake would be in here. How about we skip over that and go to
Vibes.
Zelda before we get to that? Because I want to see his opinion when he comes in. So I want your opinion, Josie, on all the new Zelda stuff. Because Nick and I have been talking about it quite a bit.
I think so, like all the Zelda previews and stuff, right? That's what we're talking about. I'm excited. I think it looks really good overall. I'm excited about the creativity that it brings with the Ultra Hand, and the Ultra Hand thing is cool because of the like throwback to the old Nintendo
Yeah.
toy. I think
Whoa,
that's really...
you know that. Good job.
Oh yeah, I know my Nintendo history. But overall, I think it looks really good, and like all the previews I've seen are decently positive, and like people seem to like the creativity. The one thing I did see is that a lot of people aren't loving like the frame rate, and it's dropping and it's not performing super well, which is upsetting.
I listen. Okay, granted, shameless plug. I did do a video. Did I upload that today? I've been up since 4:30, so I don't. I think.
Yeah,
I think.
I was watching it while I was pooping.
Okay, nice. So yeah, I did do. Listen, I gave Nintendo a lot of credit in that video, and it's pretty impressive what they've gotten, what they packed into that game, especially on such an old console. Because if you think about, if we think about when the leap between Super Nintendo to Nintendo 64, or Nintendo to Nintendo 64, that was 10 years, right? 84, the NES, the original NES came
85.
out, right? 85.
Here in the
and
States.
then the Nintendo 64 came out in 95 or 96.
96.
Okay, so we're on the cusp of 10 years, right? 11 years, and we're on the cusp of 10 years right now with the Switch's lifespan, hardware wise.
6.
Well,
6
it's technically it's been on the market for 7 years, but remember the hardware was 3 years old prior. So
no, it was March 2017 to March 2023. That would be 6 years.
I know, but I'm saying the board.
No, the hardware though.
The hardware though.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking the unit itself.
Not, yeah. My apologies, but the actual NVIDIA hardware that's in there.
Yeah.
So there is.
yeah.
I'm like, just so I don't keep elaborating too long here. There is like a significant leap in technology, right? So that's why I'm bringing up NES to N64 within 11 years. We're approaching 10 years now with the Switch, and for it to be able to be capable of what it's doing with Breath of the Wild 2.0. I know people get offended. People are leaving me comments saying it's not Breath of the Wild 2.0. But
you're not wrong, right? It started out as glorified DLC.
But now it's not $70 DLC. Just
yeah, now it's 70. So
It's
in
not.
the video, it runs at solid 30 frames. What it sounds like is me playing the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild. That's what it looks and sounds like. And it was playable. And it had hiccups and slowdowns here and there. And who knows? But I crack a joke that maybe I'll buy Tears of the Kingdom on the next Switch console when it comes out next year, end of next year.
I wish. I just feel like Nintendo just doesn't care.
I agree.
I just don't think that they're
no. It's they like to keep everything close to the chest. I would put folding money, as my buddy Richard says. He's like, I'll put folding money on it that we're going to see Nintendo have a new console next year. We're going to get an announcement before the end of the year.
You guys are crazy for that. I mean, I'll be hyped, but I don't know. My faith in Nintendo.
2, that's a different story.
Oh, we're just talking about a Pro.
It could be a Pro or a new Switch, but I say next year, new hardware.
Dude, it's about there. They see how impatient and frustrated their consumer base is getting, and the law of diminishing returns. Every new generation is only marginally more powerful. We really need new hardware. Yep.
Agreed.
Good insight, Graham. Representing the Joser community like a beast. I love it.
Hey, well, Graham keeps popping up in my streams too, so I might steal him from you.
Graham, don't be his mod. Just kidding.
I just for jokes. I went to the thesaurus to see what other type of terms that you could use for the word Switch. We could get a Nintendo reversal. You can get a Nintendo shift.
That'd be so funny. A Nintendo Shift would be iconic.
That would actually be kind of cool.
I think that they would call that like the next console though. Like that's not going to be the.
That's what I'm saying. It would be the next console. Not the Nintendo Swap. That was the only kind of two that
Nintendo
that
Swap.
No. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
Yeah, Nintendo Swap is on there for
it is
a synonym.
It's
yeah,
stupid. But no one ever thought Nintendo Switch. Oh, it actually has a ring to it.
I think though that Zelda looks really good, and I'm super excited for it. It's just like it's not going to run perfect because of the hardware that it's on.
Power Rangers. I'm sorry, that made shift into turbo. Sorry, that's my nerdiness.
The Nintendo Shift. That'd be good too.
Dude, what if, guys? I will lose my mind.
Super
have
Nintendo
to make
Switch.
a video. Save this VOD, okay? Make sure it doesn't go anywhere. I just want to be the first to say I was the one here. April 27th, 2023, the Nintendo Shift. I'm calling it.
I like Super Nintendo Switch.
Ooh.
That's what I've been calling it.
Ooh,
Super Nintendo Switch, because it play and then have the next one be gray and purple.
Oh wow! Look at you go.
Yeah, I talked about this like 2 years ago.
Oh, the Nintendo Switch color.
Wow. Nintendo Switch Advance.
That'd be good. They should do that. I'd buy that. Be all over that.
Ooh. Because Pro is too played out, man. It's Pro everything. Pro is always a superfluous.
Well,
XL,
Nintendo never does like normal stuff like that. They're not gonna, like they gave us a new Nintendo 3DS, and they're like, perfect. Let's just call it the new Nintendo 3DS.
See,
like they do random stuff.
What about like a Switch Elite?
I think it would be new Nintendo Switch, like they did with new Nintendo 3DS. I
can see that, to be honest.
I could see that. The thing is, you got to think about what happened with the Wii to Wii U. People were too, confused. It's like, oh, is it a new system? Is it an add-on? What is it? So I think Nintendo's learned from that. And they're going to make a completely new name.
Is there a reason why they called it the Wii? Like, don't they know in America a Wii? I'm not speaking French here, by the way. Okay. You get my drift?
Because it was a play on we, as in us, you and me, where we could play together, but they didn't want to call it the WE.
What a
that was the whole
name.
thing. Apparently, it tested very well in multiple markets, but it was a whole thing about playing together.
That's the first time I've heard that.
Revolution was a better name.
Revolution would have been great. Yes.
It's kind of an intense name, though. I like the Wii, but I also grew up with it, so my nostalgia.
The Revolution, like the GameCube was originally called the Dolphin. Ultra 64. We can go back. I think Super Nintendo was the only one that always had the Super in the moniker.
Well,
I like Super Switch. I feel like that'd be a good pro name, but I don't know if they're gonna go with it.
I don't even know if we're gonna get a Pro Switch.
I don't know. I feel like the thing that holds me back about a Pro, right? They're gonna split the player base because they're going to have some games that work really good. And there's going to have some games that work really bad. And maybe they work on both consoles, but people are going to be pissed either way. And when they split the player base on the new Nintendo 3DS, like by releasing, I think it was Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.
Yes.
Nobody bought that game. It's not because it's a bad game, because it came to the Switch and sold gangbusters, but
I bought it.
nobody bought it except for you. because they were splitting the player base. A lot of people had the normal Nintendo 3DS and they didn't want to jump over to the new Nintendo 3DS because there's not a lot of incentive, and that's probably going to be the exact same thing that happens with the Switch Pro. So I think the thing that makes the most sense is to just wait it out, and maybe in 2025 is my idea, is we're going to get like a fully new Switch. Like
Drop
the next
mic,
console.
walk away. You
Sorry,
just
guys.
spit a bunch of facts.
It's for everyone who
That
says
was
I don't talk on the Spawncast. Here we are.
Yeah, well, there's they should all watch us instead. Here you can actually have a conversation, because I think the most we ever have is 5 people.
Yeah, they have like, Jesus, 10 people on there. I don't know. That's what it looks like in my mind.
I think that's a bit too much, and I've noticed the same thing that happens with. We just went off topic, but we'll circle back. The same thing happens with Friday Night Tights and what's the one? Yeah, Friday Night Tights and Tuesday night's main event with Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic. All those ones that have all the large amounts of people. It's just sometimes you tune in to hear a specific person, or you want to hear their thoughts on what's going on, and then they almost never talk.
Yeah, you can't really watch. So like, yeah, the Spawncast is just big, so you have to like just take it as everyone. Like if you want to hear a certain person talk all the time, it's not the place to do it, because there's so many people there. But yeah.
See? Yep. Good. Yep. Graham. Agreed. You know, they do a lot of great ones, but I prefer the smaller ones. Like I do watch Camelot 331. He has Camelcast, which is funny.
I think he does a really good job. He does a great job with it. He asks the right questions. You got me onto him right away.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Like I said, I spoke to him about it, and then I never got back to him because he responded, and I haven't checked after I responded. So yeah, I'm terrible with that, but I do usually follow up right away. It's it's been working. We've had guests on every episode so far. Just tonight's a late one.
Happens.
Yep.
You don't always need it. We can just vibe.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking, but I was like,
Yeah, it's nice with one for sure.
Yeah, but after Jackzilla, I think the one after that, it's probably just going to be the 5 of us, back to the 5 of us, because it's been really hard to book people, because all the bigger guys that have actually responded have been really busy. So.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I have to look. Like, I like to mix it up, you know, to have like if we could have men and women on here. Unfortunately, when guys try to hit up women to be on their podcasts, like it just, I don't know, they don't respond. It's like, I don't know. I think it's like a avoidance for a specific reason. Josie, I think probably experience why. You kind of have a taste why you kind of want to avoid your inbox on your social media accounts for specific reasons.
I don't check Instagram anymore. So.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll keep looking, but Jackzilla said he's down for next week. So that'll be fun. He's cool.
I have a friend, Nintendo Memories, and he wants to do it too. So he'd be
great. I saw that you had him on the other day. I was watching part of that.
Yeah, he knows a lot. Yeah. He knows a lot.
To be honest, I know he was in our chat a number of times on this podcast, and he was in yours when you were playing Metroid, and I didn't realize he was a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I know he has a small channel, and I went, all right, I checked him out. I was like, oh, interesting. And I subbed to him.
Yeah, he has really good videos.
Yeah.
I'll put you guys in contact for show.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Maybe we can do it. Well, I think as of 2 weeks from now, I think that's it. I don't have any more scheduled. So if you guys know anybody and want to bring any more in, wait, where did we leave off on? We were talking about Zelda. What happened? How did we get to
Zelda.
future guest?
Zelda is gonna be a great game, in my opinion.
I
Now,
agree.
Nick, thoughts on a great
Okay.
game?
Okay, my thoughts on a great game. That's the question, or do you have a follow up?
Thoughts on how good is Tears of the Kingdom?
She didn't watch that video. She didn't watch that stream. We did a random stream. Just all he did was bitch about it.
I wouldn't. I think I was backing it up with some fair arguments.
Okay.
I think Tears of the Kingdom will probably be a really great game. It's Breath of the Wild wasn't that bad. It just got boring.
Okay.
It got redundant and boring to the point where I was like, I'm done. I'm done. And I finished the game and I'm like, I'm never going to go back to this game.
Okay.
Unfortunately, again, like I stated in my other video that I posted today, like I'm the minority here, and people were actually very respectful on my video on the last trailer that came out. They're like, well, you got to check out the gameplay on this and stuff like that. I looked at it. I look at it and I go, I don't have the time for this. Nothing that I see. Like,
wait. Didn't you just say when we first started? Oh, you have plenty of time.
Not for Tears of the Kingdom, dude.
That's all I've been playing is Breath of the Wild. And to be honest, I'll agree with you. I enjoyed the game, but it's so long and so arduous that I probably will never go back to it after I beat it.
It's just
unlike
filled with
Ocarina of Time. I could play because it's a quarter of the amount of hours,
and it's to the point. It's like it's a game that's to the point, right? So the Zelda with this open world Zelda thing, that's technically they all work. I don't know if you've ever played. Josie, have you played A Link to the Past on SNES?
I have. I haven't beaten it, but I've played it.
Oh my gosh, that game's a masterpiece. If like
I know, I need to play that game.
What about Link's Awakening?
I played DX. I beat DX.
Play the Switch version.
Like the remakes.
Yeah,
the remake. Yes, sorry, that's what I meant. It's not the
so good
old one. So good,
fantastic. Yeah,
excellent.
A Link Between Worlds on 3DS.
Good.
I haven't. I want to.
Phenomenal.
Do you have a 3DS?
I do. My 3DS is I gotta download some stuff, but it's a good game.
But just going back,
modded,
hacked. Yep.
There we go. This whole cast is going to be taken down.
That's why I didn't say anything. You guys asked.
We're done. We can never talk about Nintendo again.
Kept it on the down low.
You're gonna get 5 men in suits knocking on your door.
Nintendo ninjas.
I don't want 5 men at my door in Florida. I'd run.
Going back to my opinion on Tears of the Kingdom, the boss battles are Miami. Good. I noticed there's gonna be big, epic, awesome boss battles. It looks like dungeons are back. That's gonna be great. I'm sorry, I don't really care about the little extra powers that he has. And
okay, but before you go, at least we're not dealing with shrines. Shrines are ridiculous.
I liked them at first.
Monotonous.
I liked them at first, but after they were fun until like I got up to 50 or 60, and then I'm like, you know what? This used to be cool. They started being too familiar and too redundant to me, and then I was like,
what it bothers me is you had to beat shrines if you were going to get more hearts or get more stamina. They forced you to do it, and and then you had to find them, and so I'm at the point where that's why I'm grinding through all the shrines, and then I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna beat that last one. To be honest, I haven't even figured out how I get to Death Mountain yet. I've unlocked the entire map, but I'm like, I keep setting on fire. Let me go do shrines. So that's where I am.
Oh, that reminds me of the voice acting, Tears of the Kingdom. It's like when I play Street Fighter. Every iteration of Street Fighter, the first thing me and Ninja Turtles do is we go into the options and we change the voice acting to Japanese.
You're one of them, weirdo.
I am absolutely one of those. So hopefully, I really
know
hope
what my people are saying.
That's why there's captions. You can turn captions on.
I hate reading.
I hope that for Tears
In
of the
video
Kingdom
games, except for
that there
RPGs.
is a Japanese. I think in the Wii version later on, it was like you had to go to the store and download the Japanese voice acting.
With Fire Emblem, you had to do that too.
Yeah, and but by the time I was like already done with the game, so it didn't matter. So I'm one of those. I'll read the captions and fall asleep halfway through.
Who are you booing, Cody? Who are you booing?
Probably me with the Japanese language.
No, it could be me. It could be me because I'm the one
could be
who.
you.
A lot of people, I watch my anime dubbed and not subtitled.
Oh, I'm a
I
sub.
don't watch anime. Period.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Boo me, chat.
You're missing out. You're missing out on really good stuff like Cowboy Bebop and.
I can't. The arts. No, I've tried so many times.
You don't like the art style, huh?
I don't.
Any Miyazaki films like?
I don't. Well, okay. I like Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, Studio Ghibli's the best. Like it's some of my favorite.
I don't like the way
movies.
they portray a lot of female characters. It's hard to watch.
Oh, really? Like
As
like
a
in Kiki's Delivery Service or Spirited Away. He tells a lot of coming of age stories.
I like the way that Studio Ghibli does it, but most of the animes I don't like.
Oh yeah, well they use them as SEXy symbols.
Yeah, that's
stuff like that.
It's hard to watch.
It's just
don't be mad. I don't really watch much anime. I watch
Japanese.
Well, I don't care what other people do. Just for me, it's like hard to watch because it's like, oh god.
I don't like the fact that a lot of anime feels like it's a drag in order to get it out.
Watch One Piece, dude. That's dubbed for sure.
As a TV series. Some of them, it just feels like Dragon Ball, for example.
Dragon Ball Z is amazing.
Drag the thing out so long, and it bothers me. That's why I like the short miniseries for anime.
Yeah, they scream half the episodes in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. It's a real thing, but I loved it. I love it.
But Josie, have you watched Dragon Ball?
I've seen episodes of it because it was like on
Master Roshi's and
Z or Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball
I don't know.
Z?
The ones that were on Nickelodeon after 10 when I was a kid.
Okay, yeah, that's Z.
Romance anime like Bleach.
There were many episodes where just and I was like, okay,
that's funny.
Skip.
But just so I could feel better to conclude, Tears of the Kingdom, I'm sure is going to be a wonderful game. But that game's just not for me.
I don't blame you for saying, oh, it's going to take a long time. Yes, that's what RPGs do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what well fleshed out RPGs do.
Mm-hmm.
I think a short RPG isn't really much of an RPG, but
Live Alive, that was a short RPG. That was phenomenal.
Yes and
Live
no.
Alive?
Yes and no. Because remember, you could play through all the different characters, but if you just pick one, yeah, it's short. But once you add up everything, kind of like Octopath Traveler, when you add up everything, it just gets significantly longer.
Yeah, but it wasn't like hundreds of hours.
The directors did Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy IV. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, a new one just came out. I got it. It's made by the guys who did Secret of Mana and Xenoblade, which is Trinity Trigger. So that's on the Switch, PS4, and PS5, and Steam. Hey, shocker! Nothing's on Xbox. But
the people who made Xenoblade did a cross-platform game.
No, not
like Xenoblade, the director,
like people who worked on. Yeah.
Okay.
Was it Xenoblade or Xenogears? I can't remember which one.
Xenogears, man. When I had a PSP, dude. Oh my god, what a good game! Holy cow, holy Toledo! Xenogears.
Which game?
Oh, yeah. Xenogears for PlayStation. I need to get myself a copy of that game and run back through it. What a freaking
both
awesome
you guys
story.
really like RPGs, right?
I love RPGs. The problem is Josie might not like the turn-based RPGs. Do you like those?
I like Live Alive, and but I know I'm trying to play Final Fantasy VII right now, the first one.
Play it on Switch with the 2X.
I am.
Sorry, I just yelled.
Dude, I went back and started playing Final Fantasy VII for like the 5th time, and I'm like, thank God the 2X speed's on.
No.
Yes,
no,
absolutely,
wrong.
yes.
I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna.
I know.
Now.
There's so many mods for Final Fantasy VII on the PC where they'll literally just.
See, just kicked him. No.
Huh. It'll literally just skip the. There's so many words in my head that I'm just trying to hold back to come out of my mouth.
I think he just went, he actually did it.
No, absolutely. Well, there's you could skip the summons are just if you get Knights of the Round, it's like 4 minute long summon.
You
Ridiculous.
could actually go make yourself. Well, one of my friends unlocked it the first time I saw it. We're sitting there. It was I think it's an 8-minute and some change summon. It's actually very long. Made a sandwich, came back, and still wasn't over. Yeah, it's a very long summon.
The thing here, which going back, if you want to get to really become a god in Final Fantasy VII, you have to get a summon called is it an ability called Last Summon or Final? No, you get Final Summon materia. You link it to your Phoenix, okay, and you only get Final Summon when you go to the casino. Do we remember what the casino's called out there?
Gold Saucer.
What's it called? The Golden
Saucer.
The Golden Saucer. You have to go and fight in their little battle game, and there's only one opportunity to get it, and you have to fight a mini boss called Proud Cloud. And if you miss that opportunity, you cannot go back and do it again.
Just so you know, we're both extremely wrong. The animation was only 1.5 minutes.
Well, it felt like 10 minutes. Okay,
Yes,
put it that way. That's ridiculous to sit there and cast a spell and it's a minute and a half.
So,
but anyways,
well, I wanted to ask you, both of you guys, this: what was the first RPG that got you into RPGs?
Final Fantasy VII for me.
I have yet to find it. I am really, really trying, but I feel like I keep pushing myself into RPGs and not enjoying them very much.
Wow.
I don't know. I just don't think
even action RPGs.
That's a little different. Like, I don't know if you consider Breath of the Zelda an RPG.
It's an RPG. Yeah, it's an RPG. It's an
so
action
like
RPG,
I guess the thing that would got me into them then would be Breath of the Wild. And I like big action games and I like Skyrim, but
Skyrim's
and I sort of like Xenoblade like a decent amount. Like I like Xenoblade 3. I tried that a lot and I think that's a decent one.
Don't you like Fire Emblem?
I do. Fire Emblem,
RPG.
I struggle with Fire Emblem, but I really like the newest one. But it's interesting because I feel like I keep pushing myself to like RPGs. But every time I stop playing them and play,
yes, it counts.
Okay, well then sure, I like RPGs for sure. But like, other than that, like the big intense ones or like even Final Fantasy, I feel like I just keep pushing myself to enjoy RPGs, and they're like just maybe not my game because I really like platformers and I really like really like Splatoon and stuff like that. So I just don't know if I'm like super bought into the huge big RPGs. Plus, I don't have that much time to just like sink into a game.
It's the time.
Like a lot of the reasons I haven't played these classic huge RPGs are because it's such a time sink, and then I'm not like having the best time. It's like I'm using everything to try to figure them out, and I'm like, God, this is so involved. I just want to chill.
So don't feel bad. My first RPG, that the one that got me into it was Ocarina of Time. And then I went back and played Final Fantasy VII. Now these days at our ages, not you, Josie, but our age, now that we're significantly older, I will say back when I was in middle school and high school is when I had a lot of free time to play JRPGs. Nowadays, it is really hard. So that's why I told you guys I was playing Breath of the Wild, but that's the only thing I played for a month because I only get to play it for a couple of hours at night before I go to bed. So after I get all my work done, after I do anything, now if I might have some downtime, I'll do that. But it means I only get to play one game. So
and the thing too, like especially I think with how many games that we've played over time, Logan, is we understand the amount of grinding that occurs in a lot of these RPGs, especially turn-based RPGs, where you're grinding to level up just to get to another section of the map, which why I bring up this game, which I need to let's see if it comes into play. You see this?
Vagrant Story, assless chaps. Yes,
assless chaps, baby.
The main character actually has assless chaps.
Yeah, I was really getting
Charles did.
I was really getting into this game, and on a late night non-sober purchase, I found a copy for $90, and I think this had a demo disc of Final Fantasy VIII in it. Or was that a? Which
That's
game
like me. The game that was kind of off of that, which I wouldn't say spawned off of that, is Parasite Eve. It roughly used that same grid-based system where it had that grid that came out, and then you can hit whatever's in the grid.
Want to hear a funny story about Parasite Eve?
It has a demo.
I bought that game when I was buying imports, and I had that game a year before it came out in the US. Did you beat Parasite Eve?
Yes.
Hey, remember when you go to the museum, you got to fight the Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Yes.
I did not know how to read the menu at all because it's in Japanese.
Oh.
I got as far as that boss without using any mitochondria abilities.
Whoa. And what's crazy, the fact that you're saying all this, I beat that game over 20 years ago.
Do you know that I've never played that game?
I have all three. And most
play
people don't
as
even realize
a little blonde hair, blue eye detective police officer that goes around and fights weird things. You should play the game. It's fun.
Is she really blue-eyed?
I didn't beat the game. Don't ruin something for me, dog.
You can't tell she's blue-eyed. You just made that up. You really can't tell.
Look at the artwork. The artwork was done really well.
Yes. No, yeah. If
Aya Bray. Aya Bray is
Aya Brea. Brea. Yes.
It's Aya Brea.
Brea. It's Aya Brea. Yep.
Okay.
Some people will say Aya Brea. I say Aya Brea. It's AYA.
Roof. Tomatoes.
Yes, Josie, check that series out.
You might like
Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve 2 played more like Resident Evil. And the third Parasite Eve was not called Parasite Eve. It was called Third Birthday. And it was on the PSP. And it's an odd third-person shooter. Cover-based, power-driven third-person shooter. Very weird. That's impossible to get because it's locked. All the games are locked on their respective consoles, aren't they? PS1 and PSP, yeah. They need to come out with those, but I could go on. I actually made a video when I first started the channel called, I think it's a Parasite Eve retrospective. And I did a whole thing. I need to remake that because I love that series.
Dude, I ended up, man, I could tell you how many times I restarted Parasite Eve. Several, at least 3 or 4 times. And I don't know, other games were... It holds up because there's pre-rendered backgrounds. It's got the caption boxes.
Fantastic story.
Josie, you might like it. I would give it a try. I'm sure you could download a demo online and play it that way.
Okay.
There might be a way to play it on your PC.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't have a Mac because Macs don't work for anything.
I do. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, there's plenty of devices or add-ons on a Mac where you can definitely play that.
Yeah, get a partition to put Windows on there.
Nah, I did that when I lived in Milwaukee to play Diablo 3.
You lived in Milwaukee? Milwaukee?
Yeah, for a few years, man. That place is awesome. Oh, I lived right downtown. You should have seen the size of my loft. It was 1,700 square foot loft. I could skateboard on the concrete floors. I lived in an old...
I just know from Wayne's World.
Yeah, it was great. Anyways, I digress.
Have you ever seen Wayne's World, Josie?
No.
I don't know how well that movie holds up.
I don't care.
Oh, I've heard of it, sort of.
Guilty pleasure, I say, Logan.
No, it's not guilty. It was epic. Wayne's World 2.
I saw that movie in theaters, man. And the second one.
No.
Bro.
I saw Ninja Turtles in theaters.
So have I. All 3 of them.
So have I.
And I remember watching the third one in the movie theater going to myself, I think this movie sucks.
All 6 of them. I saw all 6 of them in the theaters. Yes, because there's been 6. Now I will not go see the new one though. Like Netflix.
I gotta see the trailer.
The animation of it looks really good, actually.
Yeah, the animation looks fantastic.
I like it.
Well, remember Logan gets sick from that animation.
It's artsy and fun.
Oh no, wait, that wrong one. It came up here before it comes up here for me to add it. There we go, right there. They did make a Wayne's World game, and it was made by Ocean, and She will never have heard of Ocean before, but I know you have.
Didn't Ocean
Nick.
get bought out? Ocean got bought out.
They went under.
They went under?
Get it? Ocean went under.
Joke of the century. That was really good.
So yeah, we're like, I want to move on to another topic.
Your buddy's really just
yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
So we might get the last 10 minutes. But what do you guys think of this Xbox showcase? Because I know, Josie, you're not an Xbox player at all, right?
I have an Xbox. I actually play it a little bit.
Well, you have a Series
S.
I just sold mine because I had two Series X's and one Series S. The Series S was giving me problems. It overheated and stopped working, and then all of a sudden started working again. So I traded into GameStop.
It's a really good like college console. It's tiny.
I can see that.
I just take it everywhere.
Yeah,
it's been super easy to move around with.
So what do you guys think we're going to see at this showcase?
Hopefully some actual games from the studios that they've been acquiring for years and not utilizing at all.
Because otherwise, what are we seeing? Take a
Controllers.
Look. Dude, handsome dude with his brown leather coat. Take a look at Starfield. And then on the bottom, like, not actual gameplay. It's like, guy, you're killing us.
That like, and then and then the new Forza that's coming out.
You know what, though?
It'll be out eventually.
To be fair, at least Starfield is like a game that's going to be done eventually, unlike, and I know you've heard me say this, Star Citizen, which is never going to get finished.
I think you're not the first one to mention that. Dude, I do know other people.
We'll have to talk
about this for the last like 7 years.
We will have to do a stream. I can catch you up. There's so much lore on this game that's been in development since 2000.
He's about to jump online. I just got a message. He's sorry to interrupt, but
you're good.
He'll be here in about I don't know what that says.
Like, I'll tell you how big of a flight sim guy I am. I'm not going to pick up my throttle because it's like
whoa, not on stream. Not on stream.
Here's my sticks. So I've tuned Star Citizen to fly with a dual stick setup. You like that dual stick setup? My last name's Dual. Okay. Anyways, guys. So Star Citizen.
Do I have to kick you again?
Is that your actual last name?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I got a special little cover for my stick removed before flight.
What? Why back on there? Yeah, he changed it to Dual. It used to be Penistine.
No. I think what ended up my grandfather, I think it originally was Dull, D-U-L. And so I think I've never met my grandfather. He passed before I was born. I think he was the one who changed it to Dual. So I was born with this.
You were born with it?
I was born with it.
It's interesting what's happening with Microsoft.
Here we go.
They're
hold on. There we go.
Hello there.
Oh wow, that's loud.
Is it loud? A little too loud?
Yeah, a little loud.
Well, let me because settings get all messed up all the time with Zoom. There we go. Is that a little better? A little better?
Okay,
yeah.
There we go.
Much better? Okay, there we go.
Well, so I know we're about an hour in. Normally we go about an hour and a half. We'll see how that goes. Thanks for joining us. A little better late than ever.
I apologize. My legit reason was because they allowed me to go pick up this little thing here early as opposed to midnight. So I literally just got it and I have it installing now. So
is that the deluxe edition?
Yes, it is. Check it out.
Yeah,
deluxe edition.
I'll have the Xbox. I could have picked it up this morning, but I decided not to because of the game store that I go to. I'm gonna get I actually got the Xbox version.
Cool.
So, yeah, I heard that you could bring your game save over, and then they went, "No, you can't."
Nope.
no, button hooked, dude. You got button hooked, bro.
Yeah. So I was like, I would have just got it on PS5 then because
I get doubly sure about that.
But Jake, thank you for joining us. This is I introduced him at the beginning. Jakejames Lugo. He used to work. We used to work together on Red Bandana Gaming on the website. He wrote reviews and stuff like that. And then the pandemic happened, ruined everything. I moved.
Everybody got bundled up
then
and stuff.
now you're working for Clownfish TV.
I'm doing a number of different things. I'm doing stuff for Clownfish TV. I'm a contributor over there for reviews and articles and news posts and stuff. But I also do a lot of things on my own, my YouTube channel, my own TikTok, and a lot of different places on social media.
Nice.
I do a lot of gaming content, a lot of reviews, a lot of game like Let's Plays, a lot of unboxings, everything related to games I do. And I do a ridiculous amount.
Do that full time?
I do it full time. Yeah, I try to make it a little bit better. Like everybody always struggles with it, myself included. But I still love it. I still have a passion for it. It's fun to me. I love being part. I always tell everybody I love being part of the conversations about games, just in general. Besides playing them, because I find that to be the most fun. And I've been doing it now. I've already now gone from 13. I'm going on 14 years now.
Wow,
doing this.
Nice, dude. Congrats.
Yeah, as of January.
That's cool.
Nice. So what before you jumped in, we were talking about the Xbox showcase, and I rudely cut Josie off. So we're going to jump back into that conversation and continue there, and then we'll jump back in, and then after that we held off on the Star Wars conversation.
Okay,
so we're going to jump into that. But Josie, if you do remember what you were saying, I hope I didn't mess you up too bad, because I know he jumped in and I kind of just cut you off.
I remember, sort of. So I was going to talk about how that they've been trying to acquire Activision for a really long time, and that I feel like with a lot of their acquisition, can't say that word. Acquisitions.
Yeah.
After they do it, the places just go silent. It's like, and that's kind of the opposite of what you'd expect. You expect there to be a bit more of a ramp up and stuff because now they have these resources of Microsoft, but it's going like silent. So I'm hoping that with this presentation, we'll be able to see all of this stuff that hopefully they've been working on, and hopefully there's like reasons for them to actually acquire studios. But yeah.
What do you want to see?
I don't know, something new, something interesting that grabs my attention. I liked Super Lucky's Tale, which is super niche and super random, but if they made another game sort of like that, like
it was a good game. It was a good game.
Yeah, some sort of platformer I'd be down for. Something similar to Hi-Fi Rush. I mean, that was like a cool surprise. I didn't end up playing it, but I want to. I don't know. Something that gives me a reason to boot up the Xbox again would be cool, because I haven't played it in a good month and, well, a good like 4 months actually.
Well, I think the problem
GTA. That's it.
There's so many games that are cross, like there's no exclusive games.
Yeah.
Like Sony loves their exclusives, and I understand why, right? And Xbox likes to play fair and go put their stuff on multiple consoles and even, on PC, which we're seeing Sony do recently in the past year and a half or 3 years. So coming from Microsoft, what's going to be the question is, what's going to be the last thing they present, right? Is there anything? I haven't heard of anything that people are anticipating or might be that last little teaser at the end for a minute or 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's what I don't know. I honestly wish I knew. I don't.
Agreed, Grim. Agreed. Yep. That's exactly what Joe
got a lot of stuff coming out next year.
Yeah. So
can we see it? Like
again, since if I had mentioned, because I know I don't talk about this too much, I used to work for Microsoft.
Did you?
So the thing is, even seeing behind the scenes and stuff like that, their big thing is, hey, we're working on this. Hey, we just did this. Hey, we're going to do this, but when? Oh, we don't know. And even working, like, we got to remember a little thing called HoloLens.
Yes.
Yep.
You guys,
I remember that. I was at E3 one time when they talked about it.
We had it at my store, and I was supposed to be learning about all this, promoting it, doing it on the back end, taking it here, taking it there, doing all this other stuff. And needless to say, it never happened. They're like, oh no, it's only for business now.
Went absolutely nowhere.
Yeah. The only thing you could really do is play Minecraft on it. Like our demo, the one that I was supposed to learn and all this, they're like, "Yeah, we're not going to bother."
That they showcased that tech. That's what they used the demo.
Dude, I was looking forward to that HoloLens, man. I wanted one of those girlfriends from Blade Runner 2049, dude. I'm not the only one who thought that. Come on, what's her name is gorgeous in that movie. No,
Oh, Ana de Armas.
yes,
Yeah,
Oh.
Ana de Armas is gorgeous.
Wait,
straight
was
up.
that the new one?
yeah, Blade Runner
Okay,
2049.
I didn't saw that. I didn't see that one. I only
Oh,
saw the
he's
you
got-
gotta watch it. You got homework now.
Yeah, dude.
I
What do you
own it.
think? What do you think on my
Accurate.
stream when I go take a break? There's a baseline check, and there's all these words that come up when I'm gone. It does a baseline check from the movie. Oh man, you're not as big as a.
I
you're-
don't
thought
pay
you'd
it.
been.
No, I like the original one. My
Yeah, the
mom
original's
bought
one
me
of my
that
favorite movies
movie.
of all time.
My mom bought me that movie when I was like 12. And she's
It's a
like,
good
all
one.
right. She's like, now you're old enough to watch this or understand. I was 12 or 13. She's like, you're going to like this movie. And it blew my mind. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, it's so epic. But
Remember the giant coffee table computer Microsoft Surface? Oh yes. Oh
Hey.
wow.
we had the one where that transitioned into the one that goes on the wall. So instead of on the table, well, we had two. There was the Surface Studio, which is the one that was a PC that would lay flat and you can draw on it. And there was also the one that hung up on the wall that you could use video conferences and draw and write on. That never went anywhere. The Studio did. The Studio was actually sold pretty well. But the one that hung on the wall, that was for, again, everything was business only. And Microsoft is notorious for saying, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We have all this stuff. Let's show everybody, and then do nothing with it. And I'm feeling that's what we're gonna see again at this next showcase. Microsoft is gonna announce, hey, look, we're finally working on Gear 6. Hey, we're finally working on Perfect Dark, but you won't get it until Xbox next series.
Are we going to
Y.
get a movie trailer
year.
for the Gears movie?
I doubt it. I don't think
Supposedly-
so because I don't think
I
they've done
can't
a lot
stand
on
that actor. I think he's a
What
total
actor?
wiener.
Batista, you mean? The
Yeah, I
one
don't
that
like
wanted to be in
Batista
there?
at all. He was good in Blade Runner. He was really the best. The best he did was in Blade Runner and 2049. And
I like
the only
him in
reason,
WWE.
yeah, WWE. But
also
and the only
Drax
reason why he
Destroyer in Marvel.
plays, yeah, what's his character he
Drax.
plays in Marvel?
Drax Destroyer.
Drax. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you just have to play an idiot, and that's what he is.
Whoa! What did he do
Harsh.
to you?
But before you answer that though, there's one
It's
thing
water.
that I did want to mention about the Xbox showcase. At least what I
Oh,
think
no.
about it is that there is things that they've talked about in past showcase stuff or even past like little like live events that they could possibly go back to. One of them is Fable. Because remember, they announced Fable was in development at one time. They just didn't do anything with it for a while. And I think they've been doing stuff to it, or at least working on it in some fashion. I think
Well,
we
what
get
happened-
reminded on that.
What happened with that is the development studio, which is Turn 10.
Mhm.
Is it Turn? No, Playground. There's apparently they were finishing up Forza Horizon 5 content, and then they're going back to restart Fable because apparently it was just a disaster. Kind
I
of
don't
a
even think they
Prime 4
started it.
thing.
To be honest with you, because remember, we only got a
Supposedly they
logo.
did.
Yeah.
Supposedly they did.
Yeah.
But-
The other thing too, also keep in mind that I mean, besides like Perfect Dark, because they've talked about Perfect Dark before, like really briefly, like
Mhm.
randomly, like we didn't even get like anything of significance other than like, yeah, we still have it in mind. So I feel like at least in this showcase, outside of the games we know, like Starfield and a few others, I feel like we get re-reminded of games that they've talked about that are probably going to come down the line. But also we get more DLC stuff. We also get things like Hellblade 2. You know,
Senua's Sacrifice.
the sequel one.
What
the
an
sequel to that.
amazing game.
To that,
What an
Sen-
amazing game.
I forgot the exact like subtitle of it. It's the second game, the one I'm referring to, and also things like Mass Effect. Keep in mind because remember they did bring that up at one point randomly. You know that they were doing another Mass Effect.
An actual
And-
Mass Effect 4.
and-
Yeah.
And the other thing too, I really wish that they would do. Again, this is wishful thinking because I know they're busy with Sea of Thieves and stuff. They need to go get Rare to go back to Banjo-Kazooie. That's their platformer.
that
That's their
would be
3D
amazing.
platformer. Now that 3D platformers, for whatever reason, is on everybody's brain now, post Mario movie and post every other release that's come out since. I feel like they need to go back to that well with Rare because Rare, again, is known for stuff like that.
I don't think they own that IP anymore.
They
That
do.
that was a big.
Banjo-Kazooie?
Do they?
They
Yeah.
do.
Wasn't
Yeah,
there was a big
Banjo-Kazooie.
wasn't there a big IP issue? Why?
That was actually back in the day. Nintendo owned it, gave it back to Rare, and then with the acquisition by Microsoft now owns everything, and they do own that. The thing is,
Okay.
Nuts and Bolts did so poorly, and
Wasn't
the
good.
only thing that actually did well was when they re-released Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, and with the Rare
Those are on Game
Replay,
Pass.
it did well. Right. And they downloaded and people were playing it phenomenally. Like they didn't expect it to do so well. So we might see something in the future, especially the whole thing because of the Smash Brothers appearance of Banjo-Kazooie.
For Banjo
it
and
sparked
Smash,
a lot of talk,
Mhm.
but as of right now, they've been radio silent on it.
I think the most hype thing that they could possibly do was announce like a new Rare project, whether that be Banjo or something else. I just feel like that's a really like promising studio that has been severely underutilized.
Exactly.
So I think that would definitely get me to turn back on my Xbox, because even like Sea of Thieves I had a pretty good time with. So like I'm
Amazing
excited
game.
to see if they have anything else. I also was just thinking, but like they have games like Ori and stuff. So even if they made some other type of Ori or something in that genre, like I'd love that, because Ori was such a good game.
Did you ever play that live or on
Will the
on
Wisp?
stream?
No. I
Okay.
played that like before I made my channel. And
Yeah,
stuff,
that's what I was going to say. I was like, that sounds
Ori
like
games are
something you
good.
definitely stream.
Those are great games.
Yeah, I love them. Both of them are really great, and so something new from that would be really cool.
We need to bring back the gaming mascots, man.
That's Moon Studios. I mean, I wonder what they've been up to ever since Ori and the Will of the Wisp came out.
Because
Bunch
they
of
haven't done
nothing.
anything else, right?
Yeah, as far as I remember, because I don't know everything that they've done. Because I know they're known for Ori, like that's their big thing amongst everybody that
It's a
knows Xbox
gorgeous
stuff.
game. The controls are tight,
Beautiful.
just
Beautiful.
right on.
That game on
point.
4K on PC, both of those games, really. But the
I played
second
in
one
2K.
especially,
I wish I could say 4K. I played on 2K.
but
but it
those
looks
games, like in
phenomenal.
high quality, are just gorgeous games. Like they just look phenomenal.
They really do.
Yeah, I can honestly say I own the collector's edition of the first one, but I ended up, once I sold off all my, like, I would say I sold off about 80% of my Xbox games. That was one of them that went with it, because I just have all that stuff on digital, and I was like, yeah, whatever. So yeah, I never played it. So yeah, never played it.
You're missing out. It's a good time.
Yeah,
The
you gotta
music
play
is
it.
done. Everything is 10, 10, 10, 10. Music,
I've been
sound
told the
effects,
same thing
controls,
about Shovel
graphics.
Knight as well.
Shovel Knight's fantastic. Shovel
Yeah.
Knight's a really good indie game.
So I've been there's so many platformers. It's just as I've gotten older, I've strayed away from platformers. I've noticed,
Oh,
and
man.
I'm more
You
into
gotta play Guacamelee, Hollow Knight.
That's another one.
Guacamelee was good. I played that on
Guacamelee is
360.
great. Super Championship Edition. Like
Dude,
Um,
the second one was better than the first one.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I'm a
Guacamelee is
schmupper.
great.
Lately, I've become very schmuppy. So, like me, you guys do play shmups, right?
Yeah, I just reviewed an older shmup, I believe, not too long ago on Clownfish. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like either part of a collection or one of the older shmups that I was like kind of dabbling in.
Now,
How
is all your
come
stuff on
I'm feeling
Clownfish
left
just
out
written?
Shoot 'em
all
up.
my stuff on Clownfish, yeah.
Oh,
all
shoot 'em
written.
ups. Thank you.
It's a combination of both gaming reviews and gaming
Yeah.
like news, and then movie reviews and stuff. That
Yeah,
I've done.
the majority of the stuff I've seen of yours on their website has been movie related.
Yeah,
So-
but there's a lot of gaming like that. That's my bread and butter
Yeah.
with them and stuff. It's just I'm the only one that sees the most movies, on there that sees,
I
to
actually
review
thought they
them.
were paying you to watch them at one point.
Well, they pay me to write about it. Like,
Okay.
God, I go buy my ticket, like, because I like going to buy my ticket because I go to AMC and they have that Stubs thing, so you get those
Yeah.
little rewards and stuff. So I use
It's
that.
funny. I signed up for that right before they closed down everything for the pandemic, and I went, oh well.
Oh man.
And they issued everybody back refunds at the time.
Oh wow.
So, but okay, the Xbox stuff we could go on for. We're all pretty much on the same thing that we ain't gonna see shit. We're not gonna see.
I got more faith in Xbox than that. Come
Okay,
on.
I don't have
maybe-
any.
You know what?
Well, because I used to work for them.
Wait, what
Come on,
day
let
is
me
this
know.
on?
Some
When is
credit.
this?
June 11th.
True. When is it? When is the
June
show?
11th.
June
June
11th,
11th?
I think it is.
Well, Jake brought up a really good point. I forgot, like 7-8 months ago, didn't they show a Mass Effect trailer with
Yes, they
what's her
did. It
name
was a
from the
teaser.
second?
It was
Yeah, a
an
little
announcement.
teaser, and it's in the. I think they're running it in the Unreal 5 or 4 engine, maybe at this point.
Well, I
In
think
freaking-
it's 5.
right now.
I think it's 5.
Wow,
Maybe
they
5.
did put it in 5. So we'll see if Garrus if Garrus isn't in it. I'm not. I'll pass.
All
Well,
I
did you
wanted
kill
is
him?
to be good, just better than Andromeda, and I'm good. That just
Oh,
proves
Andromeda.
the love of God.
I was
Look at
obsessed.
good.
I was utterly obsessed with the Mass Effect series when I had
Yeah,
my
I
360.
was gonna get
I
an
love Mass
N7
Played
tattoo.
everything, did everything. I think I almost 100 that game.
Those
I got
first 3
the
games
perfect
straight through on
ending the
PC.
first
Those
time.
games are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a good series. Now let's segue into, because you went to go pick up your copy of Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Installing right now be on the PlayStation 5. That's how efficient I was. about that.
So Josie, are you a Star Wars fan?
Huge, gigantic
Okay.
Star Wars fan. I love the
Me and Josie
movies.
will be able to hang now. We'll get
Do
along.
you plan on getting this game?
It's such a good question. I haven't played the first one.
Okay. All right.
Well, I didn't have like a Xbox or PlayStation at the time that it came out.
Oh, so you missed it. Was on sale a few weeks,
can get it on Game
about a
Pass
couple
now.
months ago for like
You can do it.
$8.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah. I'll but I'm looking at this one. I don't know. I just have so much going on right now that I don't know if I can have time to play it. But I'm definitely
Zelda.
Zelda and Advance Wars and that, and then I work full time and I'm a student, and it's just like a lot. So maybe. But if I don't play it like soon, like I'll definitely go back and play it because I'm super interested.
I
And
would say definitely play Fallen Order before
Yeah.
you play this one.
Exactly.
I also recently got the novel, the
Mhm.
audiobook of the novel that links the two. I couldn't.
I heard it
it's
was
not-
bad. I heard it
Yeah,
was real
I
bad.
was just gonna say it wasn't well written. And while I was having surgery, I actually had it in the whole time, and I passed out. It was well.
That was your anesthesia.
Yeah, it was, and the person they used to narrate it was awful. So,
Yikes.
but it was overall, it wasn't good. So,
I
was a
love
little
Star
upset
Wars
about
though. I went to Galaxy's Edge today.
Nice.
To
that. I haven't
just
been
go-
I haven't been in like a month or so.
I went last July when I went to Disney for the first time in a long time. So I loved it. It was dope.
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't been to Disney. Oh, well, no, I'm going on Saturday, but for my wife's birthday. Oh,
Would
I
you?
hope she's not
You
watching.
screwed it up. That's it. It's over.
I hope she's not watching. Because no, damn it!
You just done
Sorry.
goofed.
I heard it all.
Okay, continue. So, do you like the Disney trilogy or the real Star Wars?
Yeah.
What kind of answer is the Disney trilogy? Of course, I like the actual ones. The Disney
Okay.
ones don't even count.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank
Wow,
you.
I could breathe as well.
The only good one, well, I kind of like the Force.
Force Awakens, right?
Awakens.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Yeah.
It's like a good
it's
little
alright.
throwback.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Yeah.
I liked Rogue One a good bit. I thought that was fun.
Same.
and
Okay,
Same.
cool.
good one,
I
good
enjoyed
one.
Rogue One.
I
What
sorta like-
about the Han Solo?
I
movie?
kind of like Solo, honestly. I thought it was
Like-
like a different dive into
Yeah.
the universe. I thought
I
it was
really
interesting.
enjoyed it.
I just finished season 3 of Mando.
Dude,
Like
wow,
I'm
Nick,
huge.
I really have to kick you again. You've given me 3 reasons to.
But I
Solo.
like Solo,
You're
so
out of here.
I'm excited for the game and stuff. And I'll definitely be
Solo.
checking out a bunch of content on it. I'm just not like
Nice.
huge on it. But yeah.
So you've gotten me down a rabbit hole because we've never talked about Star Wars. What's your favorite Star Wars movie, Josie?
The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
She just got promoted over you, Nick.
I like Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I'm a Return of the
No.
Jedi man.
I'm
Great.
an Empire Strikes Back guy. Empire
I also
Strikes
like
Back.
Revenge of the Sith. I thought that was
Yeah,
pretty.
Revenge of the Sith is dope.
You know, I was talking to my
Phantom
buddy
Menace.
about this last
I love
week.
Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace I saw twice in theaters. What the new movies
Pod
are
racing.
lacking
I love pod
is
racing.
I could say a lot about what the new movies are lacking.
Heart, character, good story, script
Cohesiveness?
writing, movie.
Yeah. I
George
asked-
Lucas.
like everything. No, you nailed it. You nailed it right on the head. But not only that, like give us a menacing
Villain.
like villain. Okay, we had Darth Maul in Phantom Menace. Darth Maul was awesome. That was something where I was like, okay,
yeah,
he's kind of
Kylo's
scary.
just like a whiny little.
He's a bing. My
Keep in mind, those
grandfather.
He
prequels,
wasn't really
My
a bad
grandfather-
guy.
we had
Dang it.
Darth Sidious. We had the Emperor. Technically, it was really
Yeah,
the big
but
bad.
I'm over that.
That's
I'm
the
over
one.
That
him.
was the
Plus, all three.
stupidest ending I've ever seen.
It was
I
so
hated
bad.
that.
Rise of Skywalker.
And then
Rise of
when
Skywalker
they
was terrible.
when
Last
Rey and
Jedi was
Kylo
still
were
the
like
worst thing ever.
when they kissed, I was like, how stupid, how
Yeah,
undeserved,
that
how
was
pointless.
that was terrible. That was
It's
a bad
so
move.
bad. It
That was
is
a very
so
bad
bad.
move.
Don't get me talking about movies. This is what I study in school and have my little essays on. So
Oh, you too? Yeah.
Nice.
go crazy with it.
So yeah, I know what I did the same thing when I went back and finished my bachelor's. I film stuff. I did a lot of film stuff, so I had to cover movies and stuff like that. And yeah. Don't get me started. But what about Mando? Have you watched? Mando. What about season 3?
I didn't like I really liked season 3, but there was I thought it was weird when he was in the droid. I was like, this is kind of bizarre.
No.
Yeah,
no.
I was like, why are they doing this to Grogu? Why can't he flip
really
around
wasn't in
like
the show.
a maniac? Yeah. The last episode was pretty good though. I thought that was fantastic and pulled everything together pretty well. I thought Boba Fett is shit. I thought that was terrible. There was no story, completely lacking. The best episodes of that were Mandalorian episodes where Boba Fett literally wasn't in it. Obi-Wan Kenobi was pretty good. But that was just because I have nostalgia for I just really like
you like Ewan McGregor. That's all it is. Isn't he
that's the thing. I love Obi-Wan. He's one of my favorite characters. That show was ass trash.
That show was dog shit. That show was.
it wasn't good. You know me, I had a good time.
I try not to use any foul language, but that is just ass trash. It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
It was and it would just poorly made.
If you were to take a turd, pull it out of your butt, shine it up real nice, spray it with some air freshener,
a polished turd.
It's still not as bad. It's still not as bad.
Yeah, that show was made horribly.
The worst thing. How does Reva come out of nowhere just and then how many times do you have to get stabbed by a lightsaber before you die? Yeah, apparently
she was 4. Like, no, I'm good, guys.
It's 4 because
I like the idea of it because I liked Ewan McGregor and I like maybe the idea that we get more stuff like this where it's character studies because I really like character studies. It just was a poorly executed show.
Poorly written, poorly everything.
I mean, that's everything though with Star Wars, almost ever. I mean, even the freaking prequels are written like trash. I mean, sorry if I just offended.
You don't like Jar Jar Binks?
Have you heard the way Anakin talks? He's such a whiny little baby.
Yeah, George always had terrible dialogue, but the one thing I give George credit for that is over all the Disney projects, even Rogue One and other stuff like that, is that he not only has a good blueprint foundation for where he wants the stories to go, but he also comes up with clever ways how to get there and things that clearly are memorable for a lot of people. Because we remember the most, as much as we complain about the prequels, we remember probably the most stuff about them, about certain events, about certain characters. We could hardly remember certain things that were good that we resonate with from the sequels when you really think about it.
Correct.
Yeah,
I agreed.
I honestly love all those movies. They're just not the best movies, but
and this is what brings me back to the Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. It feels like that Star Wars that we love, the original trilogy, even but that sequel trilogy era that led up to the original trilogy
stuff.
It just felt right. It feels like real Star Wars. Like Respawn really went, hey, Disney, we're technically Disney Star Wars, but we're not really. They went into the good world, the good era of Star Wars, and it just feels Star Wars. But
the mechanics of that game are also really good. I played it on my brother's PS5 a while ago, just a little bit messing around and stuff. But the way you swing the lightsaber and everything just feels really good. It was shocking because I played some of the older Star Wars games, and they don't feel that good at all. So
when you say older, one that you play though, if it's Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, or Jedi Outcast, those are usually the better ones of the older generation. Same thing with Battlefront. But then there's others when you get to Dark Forces, when you get to the original Jedi Knight, that's when
Masters of Terra
really bad. Masters of Terra, that game is horrible. Don't even get me started on that. That I did reviews of all those games, and having played them more recently, going back to them, some of those games just do not hold up. You know what doesn't even hold up, and a lot of people have fond memories of the TIE Fighter series or the X-Wing series, and it's only because it has nothing to do with the concept of the games or anything like that. But on modern hardware like Steam and stuff, they are not optimized for it. They crash constantly. They have so many problems.
Okay, if you play them backwards compatibility on Series X/Xbox One, they play a lot better. The one that was Starfighter, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no, those are different games. The Jedi Starfighter and Starfighter, those are totally different games. I'm talking about.
I was gonna say I have
I'm talking about the
That's-
PC Star Wars games specifically.
Oh, okay.
Not those, because those are fun. I played those on
Yeah.
PlayStation Network. Like those are different.
Jake, did you play? I still have to install it. The VR Star Wars Squadron game.
Yes, I did it on PlayStation VR and I did it on PlayStation 4.
How is it? Because I got it on a
So-
Steam sale.
So the game itself is hit or miss. It has issues. They really dropped the ball with that game, especially with DLC. They never followed up with it. Kind of like the same thing that they did with Battlefront 2. They completely dropped the ball with that. But as far as the idea of flying and borrowing elements from the better Star Wars, like PC games, like X-Wing, like TIE Fighter, a little bit of Rogue Squadron, but not so much because this is all in first person in the cockpit like that.
Perfect.
It looks beautiful. It plays pretty darn good. In VR, it's better of an experience. I just think that the barrier of entry to it is way too expensive because in order
Can you
to
use
really get the most-
joysticks?
yes, you could do HOTAS. You could actually set up. That's exactly how I played
yes.
it. when
Oh,
I
I'm
did
gonna have to
on
install it
VR.
tonight then.
Nick,
I did that.
Nick,
I did
Yeah,
the
the
whole video.
story's trash.
The story.
I just want to fly in space, dude.
That
Yeah,
was
but
the only
this
reason I enjoyed it.
is
I
much better
played it
than
on
the
VR on PlayStation VR. It
Yeah.
played very well. And just as a game, just the story is so bad and the characters are so cringe. It's like, oh,
It's a very
it
meh
made it.
story. Same thing like Battlefront
Yeah.
2 story. It's very meh overall.
But you
Yeah,
know what was
I think
enjoyable?
Battlefront 2 had a better story, and Battlefront 2 was
Gosh, what is the name?
it was enjoyable to play.
There is I'm trying not. I don't want to pull you guys too far from the main topic, but I've just reminded myself. There's like 3 or 4 episodic VR games where you with a
so
lightsaber.
Vader Immortal.
Vader Immortal.
Yeah.
Oh
Vader
you
my
have
Immortal.
that?
gosh,
I
that
bought
is,
it when it came out, never played it. Still,
it's awesome. If you want a really good,
Really cool.
Josie reminded me, it's like you want a really good experience with a lightsaber, you grab one of these VR controllers, man, and you
Yep.
got it, and you're just
or
Just-
just grab the.
I played that on
actual lightsaber.
Oculus.
have-
I did because
oh,
my brother has an Oculus, and I
Yeah,
played that.
that's
with
what
him,
I
and that
have
was really
here.
cool.
I have a PlayStation VR. You know, I never bought the PSVR 2 because why?
Yeah, that's expensive, dude.
$700, man.
Big.
That entry fee, man. That's
Like,
the thing. The entry
My
fee.
wife
for
told
it.
me, "Oh, just get it. You're going to review it." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'll review it and then it'll sit there."
Yeah, because there's hardly anything that's developed for it
Right.
right now. And even then, I would argue because the
It's
same
not
thing
backwards
happened with the
compatible.
original PSVR. One, it's not backwards compatible, but two, a lot of developers, if they're going to spend time and resources making games, they're going to make it for people on hardware that everybody's going to have. And
Right.
more, granted, not everybody has a PS5 or an Xbox Series X right now, but that's at least the hardware they're more than likely going to develop for, rather than something like this, which is an accessory to core hardware, because you need both in order to really
I
mess with it.
heard though it's the best VR headset. Like it has special eye tracking software involved. So when you look at a certain part in the screen, the level of detail dissipates where you're not looking, so it could run better. Like
Well-
crazy technology like that. That's in it.
Did you watch Woodhawker Beat 'em Up's review on it?
Yeah.
Because he okay. So he did it, but he said the technology is great. It's just ridiculously uncomfortable. And then
Mhm.
also if you wear glasses, it
Yeah, I heard the
becomes
same thing about that.
just as much like the regular VR is a little uncomfortable after a while with glasses and it pushes against your face. This one supposedly was designed to be better, but is actually worse. So I don't know. I'm going to wait till it goes down in price because I'm not paying that much
I
for.
don't think that's going down anytime soon, though. Like, don't count
Okay.
on that discounted for a while.
I'm probably about a year or so.
No, I
And
would
I'm
say
probably
longer.
about
I have a strong feeling that they're gonna be stubborn and hold on to that because it's gonna be like a luxury piece of that for the PlayStation.
well.
5.
Remember, they did announce that it only sold not even half of their projected plans, and they cut back production because they produced too many. So
Mm.
that was that was
they're
what, a
lucky
couple
then.
months ago. Yeah. So we'll see. I have a feeling they're just going to keep it expensive and then basically peter it out somewhere down the line and say, oh, well, we're not doing VR anymore. But I have a VR regular one for the PS4 and I have all those games. So if it's not backwards compatible, I just don't see myself buying another one.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I think they're trying to make VR like a Meta, aka Facebook. They're trying to make VR accessible to everybody.
And see, that happens to a lot of people. I've seen so many people, especially, back in the day when I worked Best Buy and whatnot, people would try it and people would get sick. They're like, oh, I can't do this.
Dude,
Whether,
my dad,
whatever retail I worked at, I had to deal with that. So
I have a racing sim setup, so I have a racing seat, all that stuff, with sports feedback wheel. I spent so many times in the DK2 kit, which is the development kit 2 of the Oculus before the Oculus commercial version came out, because I used it for work. So initially I would get very nauseous. Like the roller coaster ones, I still won't do. But I let my dad drive a car in the VR. And this is when I lived in Milwaukee. He got so sick he had to lay down on my couch for like a half hour. And that it's a real thing. You have to get used to it, because I'll play Elite Dangerous in it, and I get into extremely it's called javeling, where when you're doing a gunfight with another player, you're essentially javeling like horses and knights do, but you're
Like
in
jousting.
ships. Yeah.
Jousting.
Jousting. Thank you, not javeling. So you're jousting. So you're constantly going back and forth. You're taking your ship off of autopilot. You're spinning around. You're turning your controls back on, boosting.
Oh,
back
like
and
Star
forth.
Fox.
Kind of. Yeah, I mean, what, Star Fox Zero? Gosh, need to fix those controls.
Same thing, yeah.
But it's a real thing. And even in one of my VR videos, I hit a wall, and I felt my body, like your brain is trying to tell your body to be like, when you get into a crash, but when you're not actually moving, you get like this in your throat and your chest, you get this weird feeling in your body. But if you can learn how to get past it, it's such an amazing experience. That's fun.
Yeah, VR. That's a subject for a whole other conversation.
And I did want to note that they're working
on
on a more affordable one. Meta is working on their next iteration is going to be more affordable, but we'll see.
We'll see.
So, yeah, but I definitely can't wait till tomorrow. I am picking up Star Wars, and now I'm pretty sure they're not going to have any extra copies of the deluxe edition for PS5, so I'm just gonna.
I'd be surprised. I'm pretty sure you'll find one. I'm pretty sure you'll find one.
Well, the thing is, I pre-ordered the Xbox Deluxe Edition, and the GameStop I go to, it's where I live, there's not that many people. It's a small city. And then I have to they close the GameStop in my city. I have to go into the one in the next city over, and they're very small. So they get very few copies of anything in. So the chance of them getting a deluxe edition, an extra, is pretty slim. So, hey, they might, and I do have it paid off, but I'm really looking forward to picking up my Zelda OLED tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I really am. And that controller, I'm going to get the controller. I know I'm going to get that controller, man.
I can't find it anywhere. And apparently...
Go on eBay. Buy it for 3 times the price, dude.
No, I'm good.
Buy the pre-order for 3 times the price. 4 times.
Amazon supposedly still has the listing. It just says coming soon or unavailable, something like that. And Best Buy has the same thing. But they're technically not available yet.
I'm still trying to get the official Nintendo 64 controller for Switch, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I literally
all of us are still in that boat.
So stupid, man.
I will never be getting that. I don't think there's any way to get it at this point.
Buy it on eBay for $100.
Yeah, that seems crazy.
Stupid.
You just have to keep checking My Nintendo every so often.
Is there a site that you can follow on Twitter or something that'll announce when
cheap ass gamer? And then there's also Warrior 64. They share a lot of stuff like that. Fat Boy Deals is another one.
Nintendo Life, actually, that's one of the things they monitor. Of all things, that's and they tweet about it as soon as that goes live. So,
well, hey, listen, if one of you guys can find one for $50, get 2 of them, I'll buy one. Because I'll let you guys know too. If I find one that's available, I'll just buy 2.
You know I'm looking for the Zelda controller too. That's the thing.
So
Nick
if you
and
find
we're
one, let me know.
Looking out for things for each other. We're like, okay. So I just cop 2 and then.
No, Josie, I'm not a hypocrite. I said Tears of the Kingdom looks okay. I'm just not going to buy it.
I didn't.
The controller looks awesome.
What?
Yeah, I know you were thinking it. I know you.
No, I was
not. I'm not sure who James is, but hey, James, thank you for.
Hey, James, you want to sell me one for retail?
Somehow got lucky and ended up with 2 N64 Switch controllers.
He did get lucky.
Nice. That is very lucky.
It is.
It's like, what did you end up doing, or who did you end up? Wait.
Oh,
what?
Oh, wait, what? Good night, everybody. No, I have 2 N6. What? So does what?
Graham, hit me up.
You didn't even know your mod had it.
We've got Ultra
See?
64
See,
in
I
his
noticed it.
avatar, so that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I could see that.
Man, dude, everyone's got. I'm doing something wrong with my life.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, it's called we're busy.
True.
It's like, yeah, tomorrow I had to make videos today because over the next 2 days I won't have enough time to do anything.
I'm not even sure
So,
if I'm
yeah.
gonna make one for tomorrow.
You should about Call of Duty.
Dude, the well is dry right now on news. Like it's nothing like I could do some loadouts. There's some nice loadouts. There's some secret stuff that I can go over that just doesn't seem really appealing. It seems like boring. I'd rather just spend time streaming on TikTok in the morning.
You just made me think. How about we do this? How about everybody talk and tell without giving it away if you don't want to, what your next couple videos are going to be, or your next one if you haven't planned that far.
I don't know. You
Josie?
let me think of this. Josie,
I'm editing currently a video about a game that was only released in Japan and has recently come to the Nintendo Switch and been made available. It's sort of the style of retro review that I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
And I give my take, never playing it before, but I think it's a little bit interesting because a lot of people from the West haven't played it before because it got brought over from Japan. So if that sounds cool, come check it out. Josie Woah.
Trying to think, what game is that?
It's a vibe. I liked the game a lot. People are gonna dog on me because I talked about how because of my review of Super Metroid, I gave this one like a way higher score, and every time I give a game a higher score than I gave Super Metroid, everybody gets angry at me. But that's how it is.
Japanese. What genre is it?
Ooh, I don't even know.
that's a good question.
It's like a puzzle platform, puzzle physics game.
What console did it initially come out for?
Game Boy Advance.
Oof, this isn't my realm. Not for Advance. I got into Game Boy Advance late on that.
Japanese only. Recently came out here.
Bobble. No, that's not even. That's just a guess.
There's a Bubble Bobble puzzle
Spooky
game coming
shooter?
out Switch, though, soon,
yeah, there were
No?
I thought I saw something like that coming out.
It's coming fairly soon.
Puzzle Bobble. Those are fun games.
Now I'm looking forward to this because now I just want to go.
Good.
Ooh, what game is this? So, okay, that's pretty interesting. What about you, Jake?
So mine are pretty obvious, but a lot of my stuff that I'm figuring out goes all the way into June, July, whatnot. Because obviously the big one for me now is what I just got recently because I'm doing multiple videos on it. Both I'm doing a first impressions as well as also a full review, like in my style, like I normally do. Then after that, there's a couple other big games that are coming out in the month of June. Legacy battling series, a legacy role-playing series, legacy dungeon crawling series, all of which have new games coming out that I have to do reviews for that I want to tackle this year because they all come out around the time of my birthday, which is pretty nice. So that's like leading out into the next few months for me. But other stuff that I'm doing is that I'm doing a podcast probably tomorrow, depending if I pull myself away from the games that I'm playing now, to actually talk about some relevant topics, about some news that just happened not too long ago, some consequences and karma that came back around, which was pretty funny. So I get to speak on that. And that's really I could think of at the karma because right now the games I'm playing, like for review, like legit reviews, are kind of figured out at the moment.
And Nick?
Well, I think this weekend I might try and do a more, not so much news-based video, but like something more personal in the vein of the videos that I've done in the past that are on my channel. Not the Valentine's Day style video. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Yeah.
Fully torqued TV in the vein of like an 80s dating. No, I'm not going to do any of that. I was having fun with that one, dude.
Yeah,
but
that was weird. That got shadow banned fast.
I was hoping that it would hit pretty well, but the VR porn one didn't. The VR porn one did quite well for me.
Yeah, that was weird.
That didn't get banned.
Didn't you only get like one view on that on the short? while your other two got like 2,000 something views.
Oh,
on each side of
me
it.
looking at the mushroom short got banned immediately on YouTube.
What?
Oh man, dude, it's on my Instagram. Fine.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I've only seen it on Instagram. I didn't even see it pop up on YouTube.
there was a mushroom that looked like a very firm bottom, and I had a reaction to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'll be posting some shorts. I'm gonna experiment with some other games on my shorts. My Star Wars reaction one did like 10,000 views already, which has been helping my channel. So I'm gonna be pushing some more shorts and some new games, and then like a personal video over the weekend, video game related.
Yeah, shorts have been a little interesting lately.
Yes, I don't know. Have they been helped? You been?
They've been getting more views than my regular videos. What sucks is that I can't figure out a reason why my videos. I have like over 3K subs, and like some of my videos don't even break 10 views. But
Dude, I have some
of my shorts have broken 2K views randomly.
SEO. It's all about SEO.
And the thing is, there's like almost no difference between the way that I do my SEO and my backend stuff with it. It's just weird. I don't know whether it's YouTube's like own thing or if it's just because they really are pushing shorts or they just think my videos suck. Like there's a whole like range of emotions with it.
What you're going through, we all go through. Yeah. But my shorts have been popping aside from a few.
See, mine were like, I put up 2 shorts every day. And lately, because they were doing very, very well for quite some time, I do TCG pack openings, mainly Pokemon, because technically it's still gaming related, but my shorts are mainly gaming stuff or gaming adjacent stuff. The pack openings for Pokemon packs would do fantastic. The last few videos are like jack crap. But I'll throw out another Pokemon one, 2,000 views. And then I'll do another Pokemon one, 400 views. And then I think I put one up just now, which was Yu-Gi-Oh! And I got like 16 views. And I'm like...
Yeah, I know that feeling. It's so weird. And there's no rhyme or reason to it, like at all.
So, but shorts are an interesting beast. They don't make any money, but they definitely bring eyes to the channel, get subscribers. So I've got a lot of shorts scheduled for. I usually do shorts and I'll schedule them for like a week or 2 out because I'll do 2 a day. And like if I get a thing of cards, I'll get maybe 10 packs, and then that's what I'll just do, and they work. And then it's still people who like video game stuff, so it brings it to the channel. So I've got that. And personally, yes, John was asking, any Xbox? Yes, I have an Xbox video coming tomorrow that it's gonna piss a lot of people off. But my Xbox videos have been all doom and gloom lately because there's been no positive. And this one, I'm not going to piss people off, but people will still, give you a thumbs down because they don't like the news that you're reporting.
Don't shoot the messenger, man.
That's what they like to do. But tomorrow's video is Microsoft is doing stuff that's going to piss people off. And then I also have an actual full TCG video of an unboxing, which is weird, but I do those once in a blue moon. But I was like, all right, this is nostalgia. So it's a set that came out for an anniversary, and it's not Magic. So I'll let you guys think about that. So that'll be up tomorrow. Otherwise, I have an Xbox video as well, and then I don't know what else. And then the rest will be Sunday. Do you guys ever put up videos on Sundays, or am I the only one who doesn't do anything on Sundays?
Yeah, depends.
No,
depends
regularly.
On what's going on. Not regularly. Yeah. Like it does happen frequently though for me because it depends on what's going on when I'm playing. Like my big uploads, like the reviews, like the ones that take the most work, those are usually during the middle of the week for me. But I still do like sporadically across the week over into the weekend. The JJ's first look or first 20 videos that I do for various games, and sometimes they'll go up on Sundays, just to kind of tide people over.
Yeah, I've never had luck with Sundays, but Sunday is also my day of rest. I take that off. I don't do anything. I might schedule shorts, but I don't do anything on Sundays. I don't work on Sundays. So
I have so much Xbox content coming out. Just kidding.
Really?
Like, I was about to say that's a paradigm shift, but okay. I support
Josie, have
that's
you ever have you thought of expanding your content?
No, I am going to be strictly a Nintendo channel. I'm going to be happy about it because that's what I know. And if I start talking, like, people already get pissed off when I talk about things like fully now. So if I'm in there being like, Xbox, whatever, blah, 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 I didn't like this game, I'm going to get shredded They're gonna be like, not only are you a female, but you are uneducated. Why should you vote? I get stuff like that.
Well, you know what you got to do? You got to make like Nike and just do it. Just forget about
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
Nah, it's not gonna be good for that because it'll divide my channel anyways. Because like I have cultivated, at least for now, a big audience of mostly strictly Nintendo people.
Oh,
So
so
I'm
then there you
thinking
go. That's your people, sir.
it's my people. That's what I like
It's-
talking about. That's what I play.
Like,
You have a
I feel
huge
ya.
catalog of games to go through, so
Exactly.
you won't run out of content at all.
I was doing a lot of Xbox content for a while, almost strictly Xbox, and then I started introducing Nintendo and then PlayStation, just because the Xbox stuff did very well. I lost subscribers because people are like, "Oh, I thought you were an Xbox channel." It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No, I've got Nintendo stuff. I got retro stuff. I got Nintendo 64.
Try to
But
give
they're
people
like, "Oh,
variety,
yeah."
and they're like, I don't want variety.
Exactly.
It's just
People
like
people
right
don't
now,
want variety on YouTube. Really,
Like,
they don't.
right now, my
Crazy.
out of my last 8 or 9 videos, they've all been Xbox except for one because that's the news. Otherwise, it's been unboxings where I did Switch stuff, or no, even the last 2 unboxings were Xbox because that's what's been hitting.
Yeah.
So people are like, "Oh, so you now do PlayStation guy?" I'm like, "No, I'm a console gamer guy. That's what I do. I cover Nintendo, Xbox, and Sony. That's what I do." But people don't want that. It's weird. And then God forbid one day you go, "You know what? I'm not a big fan of what Microsoft is doing." Oh my God, you'll get shredded. You'll get shredded.
Now
I'm
it's a
like,
problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then if the next day, you know what, Sony could be doing better here, and then
Also,
you'll get shredded.
For the most part, a lot of Nintendo people are a little bit more chill. I've noticed.
Yes.
Are you sure about that? You
No,
really sure about that? Like,
You sure about that?
because I could tell you firsthand from experience, from having caught the wave or whatever we want to call it now these days. Like, they are not chill. I can confirm they are.
Well, they're not,
chill.
but there's less not chill of them than there are of like Xbox and Sony people, sort of.
Strangely enough, I don't find that. You know who's the most chill that I find that's just weird? A lot of the PC people. The PC
Oh,
gamers.
no.
I have no
Oh,
interest in
no.
PC.
Oh,
compared
no.
to everybody else. Like,
Well, unless you're playing Call of Duty, most are pretty chill.
No. Have you not seen a good friend of mine, old friend, we've been friends for 15 plus years, something like that, maybe 10 years, 10 to 15 years. His channel's called Oh No, It's Alex.
I know
Okay.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I've known him for a very long time. And then once he started doing this PC gamer guy, PC, I was like, oh my God. And then the people in there, oh my, I'm like, these PC people. That's all I'm going to say is these PC people. So no, they are not PC.
Are you sure it's not just that crowd that was already mad at him?
That's
though?
what
'Cause
I'm saying,
telling
man.
No,
I'm
those are
supporting
his people.
Jake here.
He's
I
a
never hear
PC guy.
people complain. They're like, they're too busy building their PCs. Like, they just don't care about anything else going on.
PC people have been very toxic. But
How dare
like,
you,
I give a
Logan?
crap. But hey, you're a fanboy. You're a PC fanboy, dude.
Hey, man, I just go to what the best is, and the best is PC. Hey,
You know who's not
Nintendo.
complaining? The Steam Deck people. They're like in their own little like island over there.
Hmm.
They're just there.
See,
Not
I'll
complaining,
agree with
playing
Josie
Steam Deck.
because the Nintendo people, when I put out Nintendo videos, the Nintendo comments are the nicest.
I
I
vouch
not
for that
do
as
it.
well, especially on my Zelda stuff.
Man.
They're very,
I'll
very
get-
nice.
They're
I
understanding.
disagree,
You-
but and then they do the whole okay. I
Yes.
see where you're coming from. Yeah, they're very
Yeah.
understanding.
You guys got much nicer Nintendo fans. Though. Whenever I'm on YouTube or social media, it is not like that. It's a minefield. It's wild out here. The street.
Yes, Graham is
PC
correct.
Master Race, baby.
That's what they. Yeah, and I'm just like,
You ever seen that console wars animation video when the PC
Yeah.
Master Race
Oh
comes
my
with
gosh,
the
from
guy?
Flash Gets is hilarious.
So
And it's like
ridiculous.
hovering and it's got LED lights.
The guy's got like the flowing hair. and everything.
Oh my gosh. It's the dude, that's like a 3-part series. If nobody's seen
So
that,
funny.
it
That's
came
old,
out like
though.
years ago
Yeah.
for E3. It was the funniest shit. Oh my god.
It's
Just Flash
ridiculous.
Gets
I might get that. The
the
Asus Ally.
Allies.
Yeah, yeah, where it's their version of Steam Deck. I'm really looking at that. I'm not a
Didn't
PC guy.
Logitech make one too?
I
don't know.
think you're right. I think they did.
Logitech has one coming out soon.
See,
I love
do,
my Steam Deck. I have it just
I have a
connected
lot
to
of
my
games on
TV so I
Steam.
could play on my TV.
but I haven't actually logged into my Steam account in like 2 years
I'm
since I
disgusted.
moved.
I'm
I have
surprised,
like
but yo, those Steam sales. Yo, we're about to get a good Star Wars one on May the 4th. It's gonna be ridiculous. over
Oh,
there.
dude, they always go
I
ham
got
on
all
May
those
the
games
4th.
on the
Sales are
Switch.
no joke. Like,
I've got every Star Wars game that's available on the Switch,
You can buy it on your PC with better
and
graphics.
then the rest I
let's
have
do
on
that.
They're like,
Xbox.
oh, you'll
they're
get
like
like all the
$2.
games for $20
or
But can you
less.
sit on your couch
Like, seriously.
in front of a big 55
with,
inch?
with my
and just
Steam
sit
Deck. I
back
can, and
Oh,
I play with my PlayStation 5 controller on my Steam Deck. It's phenomenal. I love
Okay,
it.
now come on, that's ridiculous. Now that's just
Yeah,
like,
it already has controls on it.
No, I like because like I'm so used to like having my mouse and keyboard and sitting here, even though my monitor's pretty
You know
decent
what?
size. I love to go to my couch. That's why I love playing Splatoon. I just chill on my couch, man, with the controller.
Switch. Just play on your Switch. It's
How
cheaper.
dare you? How dare you?
Oh, how dare you?
That's as
Ugh.
political as I'm getting.
Ugh.
No, it's funnier to Logan and I because we were talking
Yeah,
about
we
her
made a
earlier
reference
in text,
earlier.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Just
okay.
like-
All right.
Well, we can always reference the GIF that you sent me that I showed Josie.
Yeah, let's
can
not.
talk
We're good.
about
That was
that.
gross.
It was
Yeah.
gross. It was
No, it
terribly gross.
Yeah, it was not graphic. Let's put it that way. I
It was
found
wrong.
it comical. No, it wasn't
Because you're into
wrong. It
crass
was
humor.
funny.
That's why.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I like dark humor. Well, depending on how dark.
Dark brown humor?
What's your dark brown? Or was it red? Was it kind of green? What kind of humor?
I don't know. It looked like,
Me and Justin are like, what the
baby
hell?
food, dude.
I know
Josie's over there.
exactly what they're talking about. That's
It
why
looked
it's
like
so
baby
nasty.
food, bro. Use your imagination.
Jesus.
Tastes like baby food.
Josie, poor Josie. This is all your fault, Logan. You brought her into this mess. You got to get her out of it now.
Hey, she said she'll be a part of it. She agreed to this. And-
I said I'll be a part of the podcast.
Just the oh.
Insane.
Hey, just be glad that,
we could expect her not showing up next week for Jack's.
well, if
I'm actually
Gabe was here, it'd
not.
be even
Just
worse.
so everyone knows.
Yeah, she
I
has
have to work.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, that's whenever we have people that she actually said, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind meeting them. So like we had Drunk 3PO. She really wanted to meet Drunk 3PO.
It's cool.
But he's cool. He's
Some
down to
point.
hang more and do more of this.
Yep.
With us. So.
Yeah, I'm actually I think once he comes back from Vegas with a Geeks and Gamers meetup, we're gonna hang out. So
Nice. That should be cool.
yeah, I haven't bothered him because I know he's been out of town. So I was like, I'll
Yeah.
wait till he comes back.
Hmm.
So, and then I really don't have much free time until the second week. Oh, and I might go to Miami 2 weeks in a row. I hope not, but that's another story. So, yeah, we're at I think this is the longest we've ever had a
This is a
podcast.
this is a
We're
long one,
almost
man.
at 2
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
So, if you guys want to talk about anything else, we can. But I think it's about that time we start wrapping it up.
Sounds
Let's-
good.
Let's give her
Sounds
a wrap.
good. Thank you, Jake, for joining us. Even though you ran out and came back, I'm glad you still managed to get it all done and still get in here. Again, thanks for joining us. If you want to join us in the future, you're welcome to, and maybe we can get a full episode.
Sounds cool.
So, thank you for being back, Nick and Josie. Appreciate everything.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys want to plug anything that you're doing or whatnot before we sign off?
Go check out my Twitch. I'm gonna start streaming over there instead of YouTube. So if you like the streams on YouTube, it's gonna be the same vibes, but over on Twitch. Okay.
Are you going to co-stream? Like do both?
No,
Okay.
just Twitch. I want a more chill audience, so we're gonna switch over to Twitch, see how it goes.
I get you.
So
Nick,
yeah,
do you-
I'm doing a lot. Again, my biggest things is obviously YouTube, youtube.com/at Jakejames Lugo. I upload literally nearly every other day to every single week, highly edited, highly produced video reviews and other content, all games, a bunch of stuff. YouTube Shorts, I've been doing a lot more regularly as well. But also I'm on TikTok, tiktok.com/at Jakejames Lugo. Every single day, I'm putting up 2 to 3 videos, literally about games, literally about movies, all types of stuff, literally a ton of stuff that you guys will enjoy. And then finally, follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Jakejames Lugo everywhere. So I'm everywhere, posting every single day on those platforms. And I have even more beyond that, but it's all connected there. So check it out, show it some love, let me know if you like it. And yeah, just be cool and say hi.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, I'll definitely give you a follow. Yeah,
Thanks, Grim. Appreciate that.
very generous, very generous. Let me know when you're selling that 64 controller, Grim. Okay, thank you. But no,
hey, Grim, I can use a mod. I could use a mod.
Yeah, all my everything's ClickToEnlarge. I'm really working on my YouTube. I just feel like it's the place that has the best growth for me, and the interaction with the people is really great. So you just find me on YouTube /@ClickToEnlarge. I do stream on Twitch as well, but I multi-stream on Twitch, on Facebook, which is ClickToEnlarge, on YouTube, and Kick as well. That's all ClickToEnlarge. So you can find me on any of those platforms. I am on TikTok, but that's at Nikki Duel, not ClickToEnlarge. Not to confuse you, but you could find me on any of those platforms.
I am completely confused.
Yeah, I'd like to, I appreciate you guys if you stop by and say hi.
Thank you guys so much. You all know me. You guys are on my channel right now. This is Red Bandana Gaming. Of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to everybody in here. Hit them up. Follow them. You know me. Thank you guys so much. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again. We need an outro, Nick.
I'll take care of